3, 2, 1, go!
What's going on, fam? What's going on? Welcome to the podcast, boy. Felons Ain't Failures Podcast. This your boy, Big Bro Los, coming at you live. What's going on? To my left over here, I got my boy Smurf. Smurf, what's happening?
What's going on with you, bro?
Okay, and right here, y'all know who this is. This is my brother right here, Coach Chuck. What's going on, Coach?
Coach Chuck, the podcast pastor, and we welcome y'all in today.
Yo, okay, look at here. So look at, we got something. We're gonna speak to the men today. You know what I'm saying? We speaking to the men, but we want everybody to listen. You know, because everybody gonna get a little something out of this. Everybody might learn a little something, and then you can kind of give it your little input, but you're like, okay, I kind of see what you're talking about. But today, we're gonna talk about the alpha male. The alpha male, bro. You mentioned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I did.
As soon as you said it, I was like, whoa, alpha male. And the reason it hit me like that, because I feel like that's me. I'm alpha male. But you got a definition of it, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me something.
The dominant male animal in a particular group. A man tending to assume...
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, man, you know what's up. Yeah.
This something.
Yes, sir. Right here. You know it.
Always.
Yeah. Y'all know we're going to always show the love, bro. This ain't nothing but fam up here. Nothing but family up here. For sure. Okay, bro, where you
back
at?
to it.
Yes, sir.
A man tending to assume a dominant or domineering role in a social or professional situation.
Okay.
I heard something I don't like, but I just caught some. Go ahead, though.
What you don't like
No,
about that?
I'm going to talk about it. We'll get to it. Go ahead. Y'all wrong. I just heard something I ain't like.
So what do you feel about that definition and this key point?
Well, I mean, you know, when you think of alpha male, you know, it kind of floats a few ways. You know, like obviously within the human body, you know, the alpha male, you know, but it's all you also hear it in the animals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, then when you see that, it's normally a pack, you know, and it's got that one alpha male, be it wolves, you know, a pack of wolves, you know, that one male, he running the show, he in charge, he got his team, they follow his lead, they going where he go, you know, and I feel like when it comes to the human part of it, especially me, you know, and y'all done heard me say in podcasts many a times, you know, I've always felt like I got that leadership quality. It's what I do. I ain't afraid to be in front of the crowd. I ain't afraid to empower other people. I'm not afraid to have people follow me, you know, but not because they're afraid of me, you know, or they just fans or they're insecure of what they do. But by seeing the alpha male, they seeing me represent strength and power and determination. And again, my leadership, you know, bro. So for me, that's what, like, when I'm bringing it like that, you know, I can see the me being that natural leader. You know, it's just what I do, bro. You know, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know, it's where I come from. It's what I do. You know, my father taught me always to be the man. Don't let nobody change your character. Don't let no other man change your character. You know, so be who you are. If you're the leader, then be it.
That's right.
You know, so what you think, bro? I mean, that's where I'm coming from.
What you think, Smurf?
Well, from that standpoint, I just feel like it's in you. Because I can look at it from the standpoint of there's times that you don't even have to say anything. And like you say, oh, my bad. You don't even have to say anything, and people tend to ask you for your provision or your intellect on certain things without you even putting yourself in that position. Right. Other people put you in that position because it's an aura about you. How you carry yourself, people see that you are someone that they can really depend on and lean on. So to me, that's an alpha male. Because at some points, to be an alpha male, it gets frustrating because you don't feel like things are going in a certain way that you think they should. And reason I say I present myself as one, because there's times that in my personal life, I be wanting to step back from certain things because, you know, like, okay, it's not going the way I think it should or whatever. And I done had a conversation with bro, like, I'm just going to let this, whatever happens, happens. But that alpha male in me, a day can't go by the way I don't speak on what I feel is best. Even though I know it might not be getting heard or it's getting through, I'm still going to be that person or that alpha male to speak what I feel is best for whatever the situation is at hand.
Okay, real quick, bro.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, let me say something. Now, some of y'all might be wondering why we talking about the alpha male today. You know, I mean, it kind of hit home when bro said it on that last episode that we did, but I want to base it or bring it out in general as to the men, period, you know, because we all got to be better men.
Definitely.
We all got to be better leaders. You know, we all got to try the best way possible to represent what's right. You know, especially with me. You know, I got a daughter, I got granddaughters.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a dad girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm a girl dad. So I think that
Which one are you?
I'm a girl
dad
dad.
girl
I'm
or
a
girl dad?
I'm a girl dad.
Okay.
I'm a girl
Okay,
dad.
go
I'm a
ahead.
dad.
We got
But
you.
I think sometimes people get it twisted. You know, they think they're alpha males, you know, or they think they're leaders, you know, but there's a stereotype to it, you know, when some people hear, you know, like when you hear the alpha male, you know, he think he in charge of everything. You can't tell him nothing. You know, he don't want to listen to nobody else. You know,
overbearing.
it's his way or the highway.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
but that's not really what it is. You know, there's some structure to it. You know, and a real alpha male, when he's in charge and when he is leading, you know, he represents his people, you know, and they can see what he's doing.
Say that word one more time.
You know, which one?
that
It
structure word.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is structure.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and there's order to it.
Yes, sir.
You know, but he does things the right way, the best way he can, you know, and ain't afraid of nothing. You know, there ain't no quitting. You know, I'm not backing off nothing. You know, and I'm gonna represent and bring it to you. You know,
Best way I know
full
how.
force.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm not backing down, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make happen. What's going on?
Yeah, and people don't realize most alpha males are willing to learn from other people. That's how they become alpha males.
That's right.
Like, you can't be a leader if you can't be taught.
Yeah.
Correct.
They don't know it all.
They don't know everything.
Great leaders are always better followers.
Better followers and better listeners, always. So that's my stance on it when it comes to being an alpha male. You have, everything is like, it comes back to when people try to use the word common sense to me. And I came up with an analogy saying years ago that it's not common. It's a taught sense. And once you learn it and you make it a part of you, then it becomes common. But it can't be common until you learn something.
Right.
So you might have that alpha male in you, but if you don't have the right guidance and the right tools to teach you how to really structure it,
Right.
you can be perceived as being a bigamist or a person that's overbearing, or just like you say, feel it is your way or the highway, because you can take that and make it more than what it is. You can make it your own and not really do what it actually is set for you to do. It's
Right.
which guide your household.
Right.
So
You gotta be strong on most points.
Most
You know what I'm
points,
saying?
yes.
I mean, you got to be as well a listener as you are a speaker.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, so like you got to be aware of your flaws, you know, because it's easy to define somebody because of their strengths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, but recognize your flaws,
And
you know,
recognize your
but you
weaknesses.
don't let them be a hurdle to
you build on them.
you know, you build on, and you recognize, okay, so, you know, I understand that. I got some weaknesses. Now, what am I going to do to strengthen them?
Yes, sir.
You know, because it's people depending on me. You know, it's people following me. You know, I'm looking at it to empower and to educate and to voice people who can't be voiced. You know what I'm saying? So what am I going to do to strengthen that, bro?
Okay.
You know, what you got? You
Yeah,
feeling
you
something?
got something you want to get
Yeah,
off his
yeah.
chest. Go ahead.
Yeah. But I'm gonna completely turn the corner with this
Okay.
because I told you once you gave me that definition, it was
Yeah,
gonna
you
show me
stuck
something.
to it. You ain't forget it, did you?
That
So,
domineering part, he like.
Let me see how I wanna. Let's see how we want to slowly get into this. Okay. One key thing you said that I like, and I probably revisit this, is when you was talking about being an alpha male. And women, we definitely want our women, our felonious women that are failures, and the women that roll with their dudes. Women that were felons, and the women that roll with dudes who are felons. I definitely want y'all to pay attention to this, so you can have kind of like something to measure or something to mirror, not measure, something to mirror the man in your life or whatever, to whether he's been an alpha male. One thing, and this is just in life general, is that when you are in the right position, you're operating not perfectly, but you're operating correctly in the right decision. Life and things around your life begin to align themselves. Okay. So now this for the guys who say they're alpha males, who are alpha males or whatever. Because if you are an alpha male, one of the key variables you can look at is to see, are things aligning themselves around me to my leadership as an alpha male?
Okay.
Because if you are considering yourself an alpha male and you are struggling operating in the flow of an alpha male and everything that you're supposed to be leading is fighting against you, then there's a possibility that you might be operating incorrectly in the alpha male. Now, I got to break this down because I think our concept of being an alpha male is rooted from an animalistic
Yeah, that's what they got a definition.
perspective.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I want you to understand this because a lot of times when we make reference to alpha males and how our mind perceives or conceives that concept of alpha male, it's from an animalistic perspective.
It is, bro.
I want you to read that definition again, but I'm gonna stop you. It's 2 words I heard you say. Okay, go ahead, Smurf. Read that definition again. But we're gonna walk slow with this because because part of our and if you don't know, for those this may be your first time tuning in, people ask like, what's our aim, what's our niche, and all that, because we go for felons and those who support the felons. Well, it began because I was a felon. Okay, so it began with that. But our goal in all of our podcasts is to create a mental turn and turn people's mind into a different direction.
Yes, sir.
Concerning life, the things they want, and all that. So I want you to understand this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for the alpha males. I'm finna create that turn and God just showed it to me because we've been viewing it and we have digested it from an animalistic perspective. So I'm gonna show you. Let's go.
So the definition again of alpha male is the dominant male animal in a particular group. And then they gave a key point: a man tending to assume a dominant or domineering role.
Stop. Stop. Right there. That's why I heard that when you said it the first time. Okay, so it says you assume a dominant or a domineering. Okay, so to be in a dominant role, to be in dominance, it's a position of influence. Okay, and when you have influence, it's because it's given to you. All right, let's follow this.
Okay.
So a man in a dominant role is a man who has been trusted, and those who he dominate, lead, or alpha over, they give him the influence over their lives in the direction they're going.
Okay.
But not only did it say that, it said domineering. Now, when a person is domineering, that means you adamantly, aggressively, forcefully. Now we're dealing with the animalistic.
Right.
So watch this now. So an alpha male, from an animalistic point of view, as you see with wolves, with gorillas and stuff, is when you adamantly, aggressively take control. Okay? And to go back to what y'all was saying earlier, as men, because this is the way we have been taught it from school up, so we've been conditioned to look at it that way, that aggressively taking control of a situation is being the alpha male. That's been the alpha male in the animal kingdom.
Right.
But a man, a human alpha male, always finna tie together now. A human alpha male is dominance, means that, and it's what I just said a minute ago, what we talked about, is that when you are correctly operating a certain way, things will align themselves, and the influence that it takes for you to lead a pack or lead a family, that influence will be given to you. It's nothing you have to nail home to get it.
Right.
It's nothing that you have to force to make happen. Now let's take it to the real thing. In the book of Revelations, it's the only book in the Bible that it talks about it. 4 times. Because now we're going to talk about what a real alpha male is. It ain't no domineering person. It's a dominant position where influence is given to you by the people. But 4 times, there's a statement that says, where God says, I am the Alpha and the Omega. All right, so look, come on now. Now, Alpha, when I'm finna tell you up front, then walk through it. So to be an alpha male means to be like God. Okay. That's what. So if you consider yourself an alpha male, are you being like God? Forget that gorilla, wolf pack, bear thing, where you domineering, where you aggressively show yourself the stronger man, because that's what they always equated to. God says, I'm the Alpha and the Omega. So when he is the Alpha, because in Genesis it said that we was made in what? His image. We made in him. So if we want to really know what an alpha male is, let's look at the Alpha to begin with. Okay, so God says, I am the Alpha. I'm the beginning. A, Greek alphabet, we don't get into all that. That means it's the first. God doesn't say that I'm the first thing created because he was never created. So it's not about being position-wise, but when God says he's the Alpha, that means he's the beginning of everything.
Everything.
Woo, now hold on, here we go. Now.
He said he ain't had
He
nothing.
had
all the
nothing.
time.
God just gave it to me. Okay, so now, and I don't want to take over this, but I got to go with this.
We
'cause
together.
This Coach Chuck, the podcast pastor.
Yeah.
So now, if God is the beginning of everything, and if I'm made in his image, and if I am truly going to be an alpha male, alpha as he is, then that means I have to be the beginning of everything. Okay. So if you decide, I feel like your finances and your structure, your pack needs to be readjusted, then you have to be the beginning of that. So as a male, if you're going to be an alpha male, that don't mean you need to hold no house meeting and talk about it. That means you need to first inspect your personal finances and make sure your personal finances are in order, because you got to be the beginning of every change you want to see. Right. You have to be the beginning. So if you feel like y'all need marriage counseling, then before y'all undertake marriage counseling, male, you need to take personal counseling. Because if you're going to be alpha male, that means you have to be the beginning of whatever it is you're trying to create.
Okay.
So,
Come on now.
an alpha male is a person that is a man that resembles God. So, do you resemble God in your attempt to lead your pack? Not by aggression.
Right.
Not by nailing it down. Well, I got to keep telling you. Not by being manipulative. But are you operating as the beginning of every change you feel you need to see? And a lot of times, that's hard to do. Because sometimes we feel like it ain't us, it's them.
It's them.
But even if you think it's them, because it was us, but God still sent Jesus to die for us because he still had to be the beginning of the change we needed. So as an alpha male, even though it may be them, how do you take a position and you become the beginning of the change that you want to see?
All right.
So that's what it is to be an alpha male. Now that you could be alpha male in the animalistic way, or you could be an alpha male in the true alpha, where God says, I am the beginning. Right. And if I'm made in his image, then I need to understand what it is, how is he an alpha? What does that mean when God is an alpha? And how does that apply to my life? Okay. Two things I do know. One thing I do know. So that means, like, even for those of us who really serious about it, I suggest you get in your word and you find you some understanding and read some stuff about God. One thing I know is that God is proactive. Mm-hmm. He's not reactive. So if I'm an alpha male, like the original alpha, that means everything about me has to become more proactive than reactive. Right. So if you're going to take the title of being an alpha male, forget how dominant you are, how domineering you could be, how controlling you can be. Are you proactive with the things that take place in your pack? Remember, I always say that a good leader is not a person who can get people to follow, come up with great ideas. A good leader is somebody who anticipates problems around the corner and put things in place and position for those problems. Right. If you're an alpha male, your finances should get to the point, and this has been a big goal for me, that you don't wait on your check to pay your bill. You should be able to pay your bill. Use your next check to put that money back.
Right.
Because if the bill come, then you waiting on your check, then you're reacting to the bill.
Not being proactive.
And that ain't what God do. Right. God is proactive. Right. He put provision things in place prior to the actual event happening. Now, of course, it can't be perfect. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying now, those watching as an alpha male and women, you should start looking for this quality in a man who claims himself an alpha male. How is he positioning the pack where he can be proactive? You know, is he financially positioned stuff that and I was laughing because Mama told me Thursday, say she still write checks. The first of the month, are you positioning your family, your finances where when January 1st comes, you can write out all your bills for the month of January. Right. And you pay it right then. that's being proactive. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being reactive. Like when your car break down, do you have to wait till your wife car break down? Do you got to wait till you get paid to fix the car? Or do you already have a miscellaneous account that every time you get paid, you know what, $75 going to this account. Right. So if and when her car break down, it goes straight to the shop because you ain't reacting. You was already proactive. You got the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I want to say that to redefine what it is to be an alpha male, because it was so much as a position. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much, are you being the beginning of everything that you see for your pack?
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's a lot. Tell me that's all you got. Because what you just saying, a lot of men got to reevaluate themselves as part of being an alpha man. Me, myself included. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Because if we've lost the image of who we really are.
Yes, sir.
We all know we was created in the image of God. Mm-hmm. But we've took on the image of an animal. You know what I'm saying? We become so animalistic in everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? And even with that definition they taught us.
Yeah, that's what they put in there.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they taught. That's what they taught us. You know, but God is the. He said, and I find it no coincidence that there's nowhere in that book except the last book of that book. It's when you've been through the whole journey of everything, then it gets to the final words, and he said, you know what? I am this. This is what you're supposed to be. Right. And then so we have to look to God. And God will show us what a real alpha male. And there's so many things that if you start looking at the characteristics of God,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing I know. God is very proactive. Yeah. And I know one thing. A lot of us, especially as we talked about socioeconomic disparities, a lot of us felons, black, brown men, we have been so minimized by the system that we struggle so hard to financially be able to make it. You know what I'm saying? That we're not able, that we have to be financially reactive to everything that happened in our life. So now, as a podcast, we challenging them. We challenging the felons. We challenging those who support the felons. We challenge those who've been mentally locked up before in their mind. We challenging you to even just start with your finances. Focus on becoming proactive with your money. Stop reacting to everything that happens. Put some stuff in place so you can deal with whatever comes in your way. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be an alpha male, just learn. I'm just gonna start being proactive.
Learn the right way of doing it.
Yeah. So now that means you got to sit down. You got to really sit down and look at the structure, as y'all use that word structure, of your family, of your relationship with your kids. If you got outside kids, how you keep those kids, your grandkids, how you know what I'm saying? As an alpha male, you really got to sit down and look at the whole plan, because God is the alpha. He know everything from the beginning to the end. So you have to have a pretty good picture of what it is that you lead and start positioning yourself to be proactive in a lot of things in life and start reacting.
Right. And let's be real about the financial part of that, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's just big.
No, and
for me,
I think it is for everybody. And you can sit there and say what you want to say, but how many times does finance or the lack thereof, or not having your budget and that kind of stuff there, how many times has that been a problem in your life that contributed to other problems?
Everything else.
Now you're arguing about this, or you can't get this, or you can't do that, because your finances are in order. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, that's a wonderful place to start. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why not start there? And maybe once you get it in order and you get it lined up and you put it where it needs to be, you will probably see some of the other issues and problems slightly drop off. Not everything. It's not going to make everything perfect, but you'll see some of the other stuff fall off. Some of the issues fall off, you know.
And it removes a lot of frustration. I mean, when you broke or you can't afford to do something, that becomes frustrating. Right. So there is money is very important. In two places, the Bible says money is a defense, and it says money answering all things. So, and I tell people, money is not just for spending. Sometimes you having money put up is a defense. It could defend you from stuff taking over and controlling. You know what I'm saying? When you think about football, we talked about if the opposition don't score, you can't lose. Well, sometimes we getting scored on because we ain't got no defense. And sometimes the defense we ain't got no money.
Right.
When something happens, we can't take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Then that leads, now you go back to recidivism. Mm-hmm. That leads now me coming out the streets a hustle. I need to get this taken care of. I might have to make a play. I make that play, I get popped. I'm back in prison, and I just recidivize.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a cycle that goes on and on. So if we talking about breaking cycles, breaking circles, like we talked about purpose last week. Yep. You pick some and you drive that home. You know what I'm saying? So,
see, that's what I like about this podcast. All our episodes. It seems like somewhere they tie back into each other. What we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere along that way. So now, it seems to me that alpha male went a whole different direction,
And
which
we
is
thought it was
fine.
gonna go. Yeah,
Which is fine. I mean, it's all about education and information. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? So for you men that's wrong sitting in front of your TV or wherever you sit at, beating your chest, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you saw this podcast and you think about what's going on.
because you ain't no
You know,
silverback.
You thinking about being right. You know, you thinking about being the first. You know, or what
In the beginning.
being in the beginning.
Of everything
You know what I'm
think needs
saying?
to take place.
You know,
It start with you.
and bro, you when you brought up that financial thing, you know, that kind of knocked me back a little bit because me and my wife, we are there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But she did that.
Yeah.
She did that. You know what I'm saying? She did that. She got us to that point where if the car break down, we able to handle it. You know, and if we need to, if medicine or doctor or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's set up that we can go get that. Now we ain't rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
She set that up.
she did. Set
But
up.
that's okay. Because,
is okay.
Because listen, now let's switch it to the animal thing because you have to look at it from both sides. Even though the lion is the king, he ain't the one that hunt. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter
Definitely.
They
because-
probably don't know that.
because
watch it.
yeah, the females hunt.
Yeah.
Females,
yeah. So at the end of the day, marriage to 2-1 anyway. But it don't really matter who get it done. Just as the male, as the alpha male like God, like Smurf said, you got to be able to learn and still listen as well as lead.
Right.
So some things that women will do better. Some things the woman, your wife in a relationship, she will bring those things into a proactive state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to make sure that things become proactive, things that's in your power.
Absolutely.
So it don't matter who do
Yeah.
it.
Don't put it all on her.
It don't matter who do it. Just get it
Yeah.
done.
And I want to say real quick. I mean, because like you said, the female hunts. You know, I seen a video the other day. You know, of the female lion. Is that what is that what she called?
Lioness.
The lioness.
Yes. But you can say female lion.
No, I like no. Call it what it is. The lioness whooping a lion, bro.
Yeah.
Cause he was coming to mess with the cubs. She was. I'm talking. Ran the lion halfway down the desert, bro. And the funny part was when after she whooped him and he got on down the road, he looked back like, "Dang, what's wrong with you? Why you acting like that?" You know what I'm saying, bro? So I'm just saying. You know, I mean, you women are powerful too. You know, and be powerful. Represent.
Yeah.
We love you. We gonna represent you. We got
And
you.
he was operating incorrectly.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
he messed
bro.
with them cubs.
Yeah.
You operating incorrectly. Alpha
You don't
male,
mess with them.
you don't
You
come in there
mess with a woman,
controlling
kids.
everything. Yeah. Do what you're supposed to do.
yeah,
You
yeah.
protect.
Okay.
You need that though. You definitely need that.
That was
Yeah, it's mind blowing. It opened. It was an eye opener. You hear me?
that's
For
how
somebody to say they ain't had nothing to say.
that's how well, you know, that's listen,
Yeah.
listen. Family. This how we do it.
I
You
was
know what I'm
taught something
saying?
new
This how
today.
we do it. You
Yeah,
know,
I
we
learned.
come up with these topics, you know, we don't know where they're gonna go. We just hope they're informative. We hope you learn something. We hope we learn
I
something.
definitely
We
learned
hope
something.
you comment, you know, and let us know how you felt about it or what we could have done differently. You know, so I think it went real good today.
Yeah.
I think it went real good today. We ain't know where it was gonna go.
Yeah, nah,
You
no
know, we'll
idea.
never know where it's gonna go.
No idea.
You know, but we come with it, you know, because Fellas Ain't Failures Podcast is here to stay. You know, we ain't going nowhere. And we're gonna keep coming at you. We're gonna keep pushing the episodes, and we're gonna bring it to you the best way we know how, and that's from the heart.
Yes, sir. So we need y'all to like, share, comment.
Subscribe.
I think, big bro, you had a giveaway you want to announce.
Yeah, I do. So listen, y'all see the merch, man? Come on. I wear mine everywhere. I be in the grocery store and people stop me like, I want to know what that is. You know, and now we got to the point that you can get it. But what we want to do a giveaway.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna do a giveaway. We want to give away. We're gonna do 2 shirts. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do 2 shirts. We're gonna we're gonna start with 2 shirts. You know. Now, but what we want you to do, we want you to comment. We're gonna check the comments, you know, and we want to know what would be your reason or your purpose for wearing one of these shirts. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and if you need something to go off of, you can go to our website. Lopez gonna drop it at the bottom. FAFpodcast42.com. Look at the merch page and you'll see the different shirts. Because if you win, we're gonna allow you to choose the shirt you want.
Now you know, this is the first time we're doing this, but we just trying to show some appreciation for everybody that listen out there. We would love to get everybody free shirts, but we can't do that right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start with 2. So bring your comments in. You know, hopefully y'all bring a bunch of them and let us know, because then it kind of let us know what you think about what you see in the podcast and how you feel about what we're doing. So we're going to do that, and then we'll check them out.
And so what they comment again?
Why would you want to wear one of these shirts?
Okay.
You know, what does this shirt represent to you when you put it on?
All right.
You know, because when I put it on, man, it's about my brothers right here. It's about where his vision came from for this podcast, and me coming aboard and being overwhelmed, being so excited to listen to the people that come up to me and be like, wow, what y'all doing? I ain't never heard it like that. I'm so into it. You know, y'all please keep doing what you're doing. You know, so I can feel the presence and the power of what we're doing here, you know, and how it's affecting people. So when I put this shirt on, I know it's affecting people in a positive way. So let us know how it affects you, and when if you was to wear this shirt.
Okay. Well, let's hear some closing thoughts from Smurf, and then we'll wrap it up.
I ain't got too much. Like I said, you bammed me with that one, bro. You opened up my mind and my heart. More say, forget my mind. You opened my heart up to focusing and changing some things about myself that I kind of knew about myself, but I didn't really. To hear it from somebody else and their perspective and make you think about yourself, it makes you kind of, if you're going to be an alpha male, again, you have to learn how to also follow and take corrective criticism. A lot of men can't do that.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Right.
So I'm one of those men that can honestly say I can take corrective criticism. I've learned how to sit back and allow somebody else to tell me what they see about me from the outside, and realize that they're only telling me this because they love me, not because they're attacking me, but they want me to better myself. So, yeah, I'm going to take this home and kind of be more proactive going forward.
There is a reason, and I'm serious, everybody. There's a reason this man is called the podcast pastor.
Yes, sir.
You know, there's a reason for that. And I don't think it's nothing new to y'all. Y'all probably seen it from the first episode. If y'all been with us, if y'all been riding with us since day one, y'all see it. Y'all see his vision. Y'all hear the words he say. Y'all see how he comments on some of the other things we do, and then he break it down and make it a more broader and bring a largely more definition for it. You know,
That
so
anointing on him.
for those of you out there today who thought you were alpha males,
I bet
myself
you
included, you know what I'm saying? If you're a real alpha male,
Yeah.
then you'll take what he said today and be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I need to tweak some things.
Yeah.
That's not saying you're not an alpha male.
Yeah, you know.
But things about you need to be tweaked just a little bit.
Hey, and listen, that title alpha ain't for everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make you less of a person if you're not. You know what I'm saying? You can take the traits and the qualities of it and be the best man that you can be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can still roll with it, you know? And if you grab the title alpha, then fine. You know, but it's what you're doing as an alpha male.
Correct.
You know, that's gonna make it.
Your actions, what are you showing?
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro.
Being like God.
Yeah,
being like
you did that one.
Well, we appreciate y'all. We almost got it down 1 minute left. We really nailing this 30-minute thing. We appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in. Hey, and don't forget that giveaway. Big Bro Lo said, hey, drop in the comments why you should wear a shirt. We're going to give away 2.
Yeah, give away
I don't
2.
know. We might give away 5. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We feeling good, but let's create some engagement,
We'll
man.
find a way to get you the shirt.
Yes,
Ain't
sir.
on the comments.
So we'll
Well,
give it to you.
yeah. Once you tap in, we'll have access to you, and we'll communicate, and we'll get the shirt to you. So visit us, www.fafpodcast42.com. Check out our merch page. We got sweatshirts and hoodies that's going to be coming to it soon. We got about 5 different designs, and like I said, just for support of the podcast, and it's just for my felons and those who support the felons to stand up and represent who you are. And also, real quick, we got some female shirts, some custom women shirt that we're going to be presenting, and we're going to give a couple of those away as soon as we get them created. But they're going to be blinged out in the way you women like it and stuff like that. So we got some custom shirts.
Dazzle.
Yeah, some razzle-dazzles for the females that are felons, and for the females that roll with their felons. All right, so we appreciate y'all. Like, share, comment. We out of here. Peace.
Yes,
we love
sir.
y'all.
Bless me.